Let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. I wish you good morning. Last week we were at the fair. Now we're back to our routine. Today is the 35th meeting of the year. It is Thursday, September 5th at 10:04 a.m. And we will properly call the meeting to order and ask if there are any public comments, your name and record, and you'll have 3 minutes. Terry.
Terrence Historical, 127 East Grand Street, Lowellville, Ohio. I am getting sick and tired of being up to the radio station or the news, hearing another shooting at a high school or elementary. Enough is enough with this gun violence. What in the hell is going on in this country where 14-year-olds can get a gun and go into the school and shoot innocent people? What is going on in the classroom? What is going on in someone's household? You know, enough is enough. I mean, as a sub, I don't mind doing jobs, but you have to fear for young kids, young teenagers' lives, or other adults. Because some asshole don't, I'm just totally pissed with this whole country, with this gun violence in the classroom. We have to do something. It's mental illness. No one wants to address it. They want to kick it down the road. I don't want to hear no Democrat or Republican, oh, it's not the right time to talk about it, or our prayers. Well, this is what I said to your responses. We have to deal with something with this mental illness among the young kids bringing guns to school and the parents. How did that 14-year-old get a gun? Enough is enough.
Thank you, Terry. Couldn't agree more. Next.
You've been able to strict, but how did that 14-year-old get the gun?
I could debate that all day long right now, but I won't do that.
Okay.
Next. Okay. Any public comments? Okay, thank you. All right, motion.
Motion for the approval of the previous minutes, board meeting number 34, Thursday, August 29, 2024, and approval of bills.
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati? Commissioner Trafficani?
Yes. Motion to approve journal entry number 1. Second. Roll call?
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficani?
Yes. Moving on, we have agreements, letters A through I, and we will begin with facilities. Mr. Fortunato.
This is an agreement with Mark Bishop for monthly cleaning of sewage tanks and quarterly pumping of the grease traps at the Justice Center. It's for an amount of $7,800. It has renewal options and it's coming out of the general fund.
Okay. Thank you, Jimmy.
Sure.
And jobs and family, B, C, D. Audrey.
Yes. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Audrey. Good morning, Holly. And good morning, Jim Fortunato. Agreements. Letter B, Job and Family Services, Amendment number 1 with Merkin and Associates Incorporated to extend the non-emergent transportation services until September 30th, 2024 at no change in the estimated amount of $140,000 non-general. Letter C, Job and Family Service Agreement with the following non-emergent transportation services in the estimated amounts of non-general. A Blessed Path Incorporated, $25,000. Evergreen Healthcare, $160,000. Garwin LLC, $47,500. Independent Radio Taxi, $300,000. Intercity Transit, $125,000. Letter D, Job and Family Service Agreement with the following non-emergent transportation services in the estimated amount, non-general. Merkin and Associates, $42,000. CES Group, DBA, Three Kings, $75,000. Angel Carriers, $19,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey. And recycling, Jimmy.
Recycling, letter E. This is an agreement with Trailer Town LLC to purchase a dump trailer. It's part of their recycling program to transport materials from Bedrock facility. It's for an amount of $11,240. It's non-general fund, and also the sheriff will be utilizing this vehicle.
Very good.
And letter F, this basically is to recover illegal tires. It's an agreement with Public Services to provide container rental, transportation, and disposal services for tires that are found on public lands and roadways. It's an estimated amount of $12,000 non-general fund, and both were through getting competitive quotes.
Thank you, Jim. And sanitary. Jill? Yes.
Good morning. G is for an agreement with DRV for 2 VFDs with the startup of training services at the Craig Beach wastewater treatment plant in the estimated amount of $14,024 of non-general. H is for an agreement with Allmax Software to furnish operator 10 wastewater data management software support renewal in the amount of $3,459 of non-general. And I is for an agreement with Tri-Area Electric Company for the installation of 3 VFD units at the Meander wastewater treatment plant in the amount of $23,915 of non-general.
Thank you, Jill. Motion?
Motion to approve number 2, agreements A through I.
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficani?
Yes. Change orders 3A, Clerk of Courts.
Good morning, everyone. This is a request for a change order to our agreement with Barbara Zorn for professional services in regards to technology projects within our office. Unexpectedly, we received a grant along with the county court judges for e-filing for courts. And that happened in May, so it was kind of unexpected. So we had to increase Barb's contract accordingly. And this is for an $8,000 increase in non-general funds.
Thank you, sir. Motion?
Motion to approve number 3, change orders A.
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati? Commissioner Trafficani?
Yeah, appointments 4A. Commissioners, we're appointing the following individual to serve on the Mahoning County Convention and Visitors Bureau Advisory Board for the unexpired term of Marvin Logan till December 31st, 2024. And we have Katie Seminara Di Toro, and I'm going to right now defer to our director, Megan.
Oh, good morning, commissioners. The previous executive director of Oh Wow left unexpectedly. So Katie Seminara Di Toro is the new executive director of Oh Wow. She's absolutely amazing. Carol, you've known her for quite a few years. And she's actually previously served on the Convention and Visitors Bureau for Advisory Board in a previous job that she was at a few years ago. So we're very excited to have her.
Excellent. Very good.
Oh. Okay. Real quick, I can introduce you to Andrea Fitzgerald.
Hello.
She's our newest employee at the Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Yes. Super excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Excited to be here with you guys.
Great. Okay.
And I think that when we saw your resume that you live in God's country.
Yeah, I do.
See that? She lives in Austin town.
That's God's country, yeah.
She went to Fitch.
2015.
Yes, Fitch
Yes.
graduate.
I considered Youngstown, but I went to Austin Town schools my entire life, so I'm an Austin Town baby. A little, we're neighbors.
Me too. Me too.
You know, we're
So,
neighbors. I'm a little
that's right.
Cornersburg too for anybody out
Yeah, see?
there.
It's all good. Well, welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Motion to approve number 4, appointments A.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati? Commissioner Trafficani?
Yes. Resolutions?
Motion to approve resolutions number 1, addition.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficani?
Yes. And resolutions A through D, grants management. Anna.
Good morning, commissioners.
Morning.
This is a resolution to approve the agreements and amendments and expenditures with the following agencies funded by the American Rescue Plan Act. An award was given to Anthony Spano Foundation in the amount of $10,000. The YWCA Alliance that will be serving Sebring, $15,000, and the City of Struthers, $7,500.
Okay, thank you, Anna. And sanitary, B and C.
This is resolution to certifying to the county auditor collection upon real property tax list and duplicate certain sewer and water changes, delinquencies in accordance to the ORC 6117.02 and 6103.02. And a resolution for necessity to purchase gasoline and a number 2 diesel fuel through the Ohio Department of Administrative Services under the State of Ohio purchasing contract with Gutman Energy in the estimated amount of $600,000 for all of the county departments.
Okay, thanks, Joe. And Sheriff Jimmy.
This is a resolution approving the moral obligation payment of $4,486.08 to Rico USA Inc. for equipment services. It was a date issue with the PL resulting in this moral.
Oh, okay. Thank you, John. Motion?
Motion to approve and repeat resolution A through B.
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficani?
Yes. Any department heads or elected officials care to comment at this time? You're here on the screen. Nobody? Okay, Dave? David?
Yeah, I'd just say, one thing that, today in Austintown, as we're talking about our hometown, is Patriots Day. Ken Jacobak does an amazing, amazing job on behalf of the veterans and all of the community, really. I mean, he is probably one of the best people you'll ever meet. He helps everybody, he helps every organization. He's been doing this for a long time. And they always honor people that served and in all branches. And sometimes, it's posthumously, with their family and stuff. There's 13 being honored tonight. And we're putting proclamations together. It's kind of a last notice because I actually called Ken to talk to him on the drive in here and said, "Did I catch you at a bad time?" He said, "No, I'm setting up for Patriots Day." And I didn't even know. And so I got him to send things over so that we could put it on. So, yeah, we didn't get, I didn't get any notice of that. So anyway, it's tonight. And there's a paratrooper that always comes in. And the individual that normally does it is in some competition somewhere else. And Ken was telling me that someone else is doing it for him. But they fly over and he lands right in the parking lot at Quaker Steak and Lube, and it's really amazing. It's heartwarming and it's always well-deserved because there's always excellent people that have lost their lives or, have given their lives or given themselves for the service. So anyway, that's the special event going on tonight.
What time is?
It starts at 6 p.m. tonight. Actually, at about 10 to 6 is when the paratrooper will come in, and that kicks off the day when he lands, the paratrooper lands. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And and we, helped rename it to, Interstate Boulevard to Patriot Drive, and, so that was also done on behalf of all the work that people like Ken Jacobak and Leo Conley and those guys do on behalf of the military. So God bless them. Campfield Fair was a great time. I will say that the best part of the fair, Anthony, was when you and I and Jerry Green and Carol got to participate in the 4-H cooking contest. Now, we were just the recipients of eating the cooking. We didn't have to cook. And
They were amazing. The young people.
4 young people.
Amazing.
And I'm talking 14 years old. And God bless the owner of the Blue Wolf, Joe. I don't know his last name. Razanza. You guys should have known that. You know, it ends in a vowel. You should have known that name, you know. So, but yeah, he donated all the food. He brought all the stuff in. And it was like a mystery box that they had to open up and see what was in it, and had 45 minutes to prepare a meal. And Jerry Green and Anthony and I got to eat the meal. Well, Carol assisted in the cooking. And you know, and it was really a tight race because all of them were excellent. But one of them really hit our palate because it was a young man too, 14-year-old boy. Cameron, I think was his name. I don't remember his last name. And he made this corn chowder with cayenne sauce and little brown sugar, and it was like sweet and spicy. The corn. He made shish kebabs out of the flank steak that he was given to cook, and it was excellent. So
They did an excellent job.
oh, I'm telling you, you know, that's really one of the things that people should go to the fair for. And I made it through the fair. The only time I ate anything at the fair was at that cooking contest. I didn't eat any junk the whole way there. I was good on my diet. And I have to thank all the people that worked our government booth, you know, Holly and Hannah, or not Hannah, Holly and Nancy and everybody that came from our office and worked, and Megan and, you know, and Audrey and, you know, so many people worked our booth and worked all the government tables and stuff to make sure there was somebody there, you know, letting them know what's going on a regular basis. And I thank you all for that. And, you know, Anthony and Carol and I got to roam around and pretend like we own the place, but you know, it was very nice.
It
And
was
that
hot.
Well, we can actually.
Was.
be on for 4 days. Oh, we walked around.
And God bless, you know, Jim Tressel is always amazing, and Bernie Kosar was there. It was great to see Bernie, you know, at the ribbon cutting when we opened the fair, and just, you know, the fair board, you know, works hard all year long, you know, and it's a thankless job. You know, everybody complains when there's something wrong, just like being on a Convention Visitors Bureau, just like being on so many different, the Port Authority Board, you know, everybody says, or the Park Board, you know, another one that, you know, that everybody abuses. And, you know, and I'll say that all of those boards, people serve for no salary. They do it out of the respect they have for the county and the community and the valley, and they add value in their expertise, their background, their education, their experience, their qualifications for being on that board in order to help direct, you know, the things that we do. You know, just like you said about the young lady that's coming back on our board.
To talk about something else that Megan and I read, and or Friday, was it Friday? Jennifer Bond, who is military and who's now completely retired, will be back in about, invited me with the other female veterans, well, I'm not a veteran, with them, to the cabin of which we helped in the lighting for the veterans cabin. And we went in, I really didn't know that she was talking about a moving flag. I didn't realize it was, I thought it was moving from area of Mahoning to Trump to all over, but it's not. It is a moving flag that was done, where at, Megan, Columbus? Somebody did
I
that in
believe it
Columbus?
started in
And what
Columbus.
they used is roofing,
He used
roofing,
drywall screws.
drywall screws. But what they did is they made a flag and it moved. It looks like when you look at it, it's moving, but it's really not. It's just the way it was designed. The
Really?
exterior of the flag will have, has veterans, memoriam, like say, if you put your dad's name or whatever. And so the final resting place, which they allowed us to keep, will be at the new veterans facility. But I volunteered it to be at the our rotunda of our courthouse. And when they do bring it here, we'll have a little ceremony there.
Nice.
And anyone that's a veteran, Jimmy, or our families that have veterans, sign the exterior of the flag, which is unbelievable. I mean, we were staring, I was like, oh my God, I thought it was actually. And I saw John Bocherry's mom there, and he just got back from the mission. And, hopefully he's back in town now. It
Do
was
you have
like
a photo of it?
amazing. She does, she like photos.
We'll make sure it gets on our Facebook page too.
Yeah.
And on, put it up.
Because I'm intrigued now, because let me tell you, I've screwed a lot of drywall screws in my day. I hung my whole house with drywall, 5/8 thick too.
You have to see this, it's all
The
different,
artist-
there's all different,
Colors.
Yeah, his mom was actually visually impaired, the artist, so he always does something 3D that his mom can feel.
and it was like, honestly, I mean, I was.
Just so you guys can see this real fast.
I
it's
couldn't
super
keep
cool.
my eyes off of it.
Yeah, that's in color.
Mhm.
They had a picture in the paper, but it was
Oh, my
black and
goodness.
white.
It's
So
really
anyway,
cool.
that flag will be housed here at
It's
the
all
rotunda of the
screws.
courthouse.
Wow, and they're all at the same level, the screws.
It's all 3D, so they're in different levels, so it looks like it's waving in there. Yeah, it's very
Wow.
cool. So I'll
Wow.
make sure that gets on our Facebook page,
That's cool.
so you guys can all see it.
It'll be here probably, I'm thinking in a couple of weeks. It'll be back to us here.
That'll have to be one of my next ventures into trying to create something like
Well, I'm sure you could, because you're very good.
that. I don't know.
Otherwise,
That
we'll
seemed
lock
pretty
you in the
amazing.
garage and just do that. There-
I'd like to lock myself in the garage sometimes.
It'll be therapy. But the fair was good, and as I've always said, and I looked for 4-H kids on the cooking and a couple other things throughout the year. But I'll tell you one thing right now. That's the fair, is the 4-H. The 4-H, the animals, the kids who present. I mean, this is what the fair is all about, even though we go and there's all kind of other stuff. Crafts, children, the government building, the arts area, if you ever went in through that, saw the beautiful things the high school kids drawing in boards for. I mean, and the animals, of course, but it's just the best fair.
Hey, and Daughtry too, we got to go to the concert. I saw
Yeah.
Daughtry, I saw Buck Cherry. I never heard them before. They were a little different, but I missed the first band. I think it was Hinder.
Uh-huh.
And then we had.
I missed them, but
We presented Ben Fisher with an award.
yeah.
He was retired from the fair board again for many, many years, over 32 years, so. It was nice. It was a good fair. We will be working with 4-Hers with some of the things we wish to do, and that'll come more or less in the fall. I'm excited about that. And take care of the kids, their future. We can keep them off the street. If we can get interested in something other than what's going on in our society. It's not just in Youngstown, it's everywhere. And, there's gotta be more to be done with families and the young people. It's sad. There is a lot of mental. And that's something that here in the valley, we're trying to address. Right? And with the help of God, we'll be able to do that next stuff here. I mean, it's.
And Jerry, Anthony, Carol, myself and Audrey, we were on a conference call earlier this week with the CCAO, the County Commissioners Association. And there was about probably 25 county commissioners on. And, we were going through a list of items that we're trying to get addressed by the state legislature from our consortium of commissioners. And one of the first things that was brought up was jail funding, mental health issues, that everyone in sync said 50 to 75% of the inmates in jail are mental health issues. And they're on some kind of drugs, mental health illness drugs. And Jerry's told us that forever. And, so that's a big issue. As well as, one of the big concerns that we're going to talk about later is the failure of the state to do anything with property taxes and allow them to skyrocket, double, allow the reassessments to minimize the homestead exemption, all the things that they've failed to do, that there's numerous bills that are out there that they won't bring to the table that could have helped the average person. And now you've got seniors and you've got people that can't afford to stay in their homes, are getting taxed out of their homes. And it's just a terrible situation. And that is probably the primary issue right now in our state. And the state legislature decided to take a recess till the end of the year so that they can campaign and play musical chairs. So, you know, it's definitely not representing the people. And then I saw on TV this morning, you know, that now they want to eliminate one drop box for absentee ballots that are at the location. Yeah, they want to eliminate that one too.
Ross said that?
Yeah, well, he said he'll let the late legislature decide. So yeah, that was the lead story today on local, was eliminating.
Voting for the seniors.
Must be too many people coming out to vote, so they.
4,500 so far.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When Harris and Waltz declared their nominate, 1,000 signs went out that door in Mahoning County within 1 hour. You know, and people are getting, it's about time people are getting involved in civic duty, especially voting.
Well, I could ramble forever. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Anthony.
I don't think there's anything else I need to say. My ears are killing me. No. I like to see that flag, Carol. That sounds really good.
It
Yeah.
was unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, and all I could do was sit there looking at it. Oh my God, am I seeing this right? So I went over and actually touched it.
So I'll look forward to that. And, you know, Terry, you brought up a good point. There's one thing I hate about politics, and I hate to get into this, is when we have these terrible things happen in our country, it becomes a wedge issue. And you have media, then you have different political parties blaming something or somebody else for this. But in between, it's the families that have to suffer. It's the scarred youth of the kids that have to deal with this, because we're going to be watching this on the news for weeks and for months. If somebody doesn't get a grip on the mental health issues in this society, we need more counselors. We need more social workers. I'm sure everything's going to come out in the wash what was wrong with this young person that, I mean, who wakes up at 14 years old and says, I'm going to load a gun and go kill my classmates? Who in this country has a demon in them that would possess them to do that? I would like to get to the root cause of that issue, but that's going to take time. But I'm glad you mentioned that. And I heart goes out to all those students down there and all the other ones. But with respect to the fair, I have to say one thing, it does bring back a lot of memories. When I was a kid, I can remember every ride, everything I ate, the haunted house, the glass house, all those different things I used to go to, riding the bumper cars. And when you see the families with their children, and there were some people had 4 or 5 kids and they had the cotton candy, you know, that's how I remember the fair. And it's for families and friends. And I enjoyed everything about it. Yeah, I ate some bad food and I paid for it. But you know how I equalized that? I got in 7,800 steps the one day, and it was Sunday, right? So I took the shame away.
That was going from booth to booth, huh?
Pretty much. And those young kids that we do this food judging competition, I'm not a big meat eater, but they had, I think it was flank steak.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what, the way the dishes came out, if you
Amazing.
put those dishes in any restaurant, I'm saying here in New York City, you would eat it. And it was that good. The steak, you could chew it. You ever go to a restaurant, you try to eat a steak? It's like, what the heck is going on here? Not with these young people. And that corn chowder,
Oh,
David,
man.
it was just amazing. And Carol was up there helping them do it. It's a really, really nice event, and I enjoyed it. And I hope we can do it again next year.
Yeah.
It'll be
Next year. Okay, well, that's all I have. Holly, our next meeting?
Next Thursday, September 12th at 10 o'clock a.m. here in the hearing room.
All right. Have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Traficani?
Thank you, everyone.